Hello and welcome to Network Africa on Channels Television with me, Cynthia Are. It's 4 p.m. in Lagos, Nigeria and 5 p.m. in Burundi, which is where the top news story is coming from. As planned, the presidential elections have kicked off in the East African country in spite of the violence. Without surprise, a policeman and an opposition official have lost their lives in the violence, marring the start of Burundi's presidential election, already hit by opposition boycotts and protests over President Pierre Nkurunziza's decision to run for a third term. Blasts and gunfire echoed around the capital early this morning in the nation, which is already grappling with its worst crisis since a civil war ended back in 2005. It has faced weeks of demonstrations and a failed coup, and also clashes between rebel soldiers as well as the army. Voters queued in some rural areas and districts of Bujumbura that are strongholds of Nkurunziza supporters, but there were only few voters in other parts of the capital. Now take a look at this video which we've got for you. Now can you guess who's riding that bicycle and where he's headed? Well, that's none other than President Pierre Nkurunziza. He's cycling to a polling station in his home village of Buye, and that was this morning. He went to vote in the country's presidential election. The president was joined by his wife as she walked beside him, received a round of applause as he arrived surrounded by bodyguards, and crowds of villagers looked on as President Nkurunziza queued to cast his ballot and then dipped his finger in ink to show he had voted. Addressing a crowd that had gathered to listen to him, the president said it was a crucial day for his country.
Don't go.
Now, for the latest from Burundi, we're joined from the capital by Mr. Jean-Regis Nduwimana. He is a university lecturer and a media consultant. Mr. Nduwimana, thank you for your time. We're glad to have you again on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And I'm also very glad that you're doing fine, because yesterday when we were speaking to you, you did mention that a grenade went off a few meters from where you were speaking with us. How are things going today?
Today we wake up very calm, and nothing happened in the morning. But last night we had at least 12 grenade attack here in the cities, mostly where where the demonstrations took places. But in the morning it was so calm. People went early to vote. Some places where there's no, it's peaceful, even in up country. But there were a few people in the polling station, mostly in the cities where there is a demonstration that took place. I took some pictures nearby my place where I'm right now. It was lacking, few people were there, but in the other areas, like in the up countries, the militaries, the police guys were there to vote.
Did you vote as well?
Personally, I didn't, because I'm close with civil society, and I'm close to some opposition views, and that's why I didn't go to vote. That's my personal view. But there's some people, I have friends who did go to vote.
Now you have paid a visit to some polling stations. Did you see any election observers?
Yes, there were some UN observers. There were, according to sources from the Electoral Commission, there were more than 100 UN observers.
Are these UN observers or Africa Union observers?
No, were UN, United Nations Mission in Burundi
Okay.
observers.
Okay. Now, how long will it be before we actually hear the official results?
Like now, some doors are already closed where the counting of votes have started. So even some areas they are finished. So we can expect the result by at least in the next 2 days, because the next day there will be some verifications but at least in the next 2 days, we shall get the results. And it won't be such a big issue or such a big deal because, you know, everyone here knows already who's going to win.
Okay, well, we will be reaching out to you tomorrow, next tomorrow, however, and how long it takes, it doesn't matter. But thank you very much, Mr. Nduwimana, for your time. We're grateful for you bringing us up to speed. Thank you very much. Please stay safe.
Thank you.
Mr. Jean-Regis Nduwimana, a university lecturer, speaking to us from the capital of Burundi, Bujumbura. Now, the elections held in Burundi, are they legal? Well, the Network Africa team has been doing some digging, and here's what we found. According to the United Nations Development Programme and the National Democratic Institute, here are the requirements for credible elections. An election must reflect the will of the people as stipulated by Decree 21 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It must be participated by all qualified political parties. There must be an acceptable voter turnout. There must be fair competition among the political parties. Substantial international support must be in place. There must be integrity of electoral authority. There must also be a peaceful pre-election environment in which citizens can participate without fear or obstruction. And independent judiciary that functions fairly and expeditiously should also be present. We'll leave you to judge things for yourself based on what's happening in Burundi. Still to come on Network Africa. Hissène Habre is dragged to court for the war crime charges leveled against him, and his trial date is postponed to September the 7th. Details in just a moment.